Okay, good morning everyone. JannLee here. The tournament is Crazyhouse Weekly 17. We're about a minute away from the start. We've got a bit of a different time control today. We've got 7 minutes per player plus no increment. I've never played such a long time control, so I'm actually going to berserk every match today. 3.5 minutes is plenty of time for myself. I expect some other strong players will do the same. While I've got everyone, I'm going to quickly make a reference to something I'm going to keep track of each week now, which is basically the number of players playing Crazyhouse each week. So if you'd like to help the channel, just play a game of Crazyhouse each week. I'm going to monitor how this goes. We've got 3, 4, 2, 3 this week, and we're going to see if we can increase that over time, hopefully. So tournament's going to begin in 2 seconds. Good luck to all players, and hope you enjoy the stream. Okay, I've got Carnivore this morning. So this is a very strong player from Fix. He's got a very good record against me here, 3-1, but it's not too many games. And now he's got quite a balanced style. It is a little bit aggressive, but quite well balanced as well. So this is a player that likes to keep the initiative. And while he keeps the initiative, he still does it in a way that is quite sensible with material as well. So he sacrificed an early knight on f2. I've opted to just try to castle artificially as quickly as I can. Now he's trying to be a bit resourceful on the king side here. Neither player really has much going on directly. So I'm looking at this file, seeing how I can exploit that, how that might be best opened. So I'll just start simple, knight at g5, just hitting this again. The thing with h5 is it's also creating a g6 weakness. Now if he blocks with something like bishop at f5, I was going to go knight g3. So I'm going to keep it simple here. I'm going to just play queen e1, queen f2. Since he doesn't have any blockers, if he just keeps pushing this h-pawn, this is not the easiest thing to defend. So he is covering it, but I think I can just take it multiple times. So taking this would be the end of it, because knight at g5, king e7, queen at f7, king d8, knight takes e6, king c8, and queen takes c7 mate. So he's decided he can't take that rook. So knight at h3 is something, but we could play knight at g5 here. Could also play rook c7. I'll be greedy, I'll play rook c7, and that just threatens bishop at f7. So while he's got a few attacking pieces, I mean, it's just here I just want to be a little bit cautious, but also not fall behind the time. I'm just going to grab all the material and say that he doesn't have enough in hand. So in this position with 2 queens, knight and 2 pawns, without even seeing exactly what mate here is, I'd be feeling like I should have mate with this much material in hand. So yeah, knight at c7 is probably good enough. King takes, pawn at g6, king takes, queen at g5, king back, queen at g6 again, and then king g8, pawn at f7. That's already one idea. So he's trying to hold out as long as he can. I think I'll keep things simple. I'll play queen at c7. If he takes the rook, it'll still be mating. So the king comes up, bishop at f7. The king goes back, queen at f7. Okay, first ring down. Good to have that one under the belt. Pardon me. So I think there's such a long time control, we're not going to see as many games today, but we may have more opportunities for commentary. What it also means is the tournament will be more unforgiving in that if a mistake is made, it'll be harder to come back from it. There's also more potential for, I think, some of the weaker players to post a strong score, because if you're up against a number of weaker players and you can win games quickly, there'll be an element of how many games you can play as well. So I nearly feel like if I want to have a chance of winning the event today, I can't afford to lose a game. Okay, I'm going to cash in earlier here with knight at c2. Okay, so knight f6 is natural just to prevent any mating threats that could occur shortly. I could play d5 to open up the position as well. In fact, I think I will do that now, only because he's put another weakness here. And so it makes having the diagonal pieces a little more attractive because of these squares. So we're fairly close to mate here. Should block on e1 so that rook at g2 is not yet mating. That's good. And yeah, here. There's a bishop at b5 check I just need to be mindful of. I'm gonna grab some more material. And bishop at b5 check just covers e2. Sometimes that can be a useful defense. Alright, so it's defending alright. Yeah, maybe there was a quicker way to finish, but I'm happy to get in sensibly here. So this queen's hanging now. So I'm looking at grabbing this. Alright, so I've got mate in one now. So yeah, maybe there was a sharper way to win this with check, but happy to take the win that way. I am probably going to need to try to finish some games quickly if I've got an edge. It just looks like some others are winning games a little quicker than I am. Okay. Alright, I've gone down standard e4, e5 line. Okay, h6, not a move commonly seen, but it prevents knight g5, it prevents bishop g5. I'm going to try to open up the position early because I see this as a slight weakness, just g6 is a bit weaker now without this pawn here to defend. So I'm going to try to open up the position a little. Bishop f7 may even be a good sack. It's a positional sacrifice, it may be useful here. Depends where he moves next. Okay. So I'm going to come in with pawn at g6, the idea being that knight at f7 can follow if it's captured. Forking the queen on d8 and the rook on h8. Okay, now the black king's a little bit weakened. So there's a few ways of continuing here. I like knight at e5. So I'm taking advantage of this pin on the d6 pawn. Now if the king backs off to g8, pawn at f7, king h7, queen takes is very strong. If the king moves to e7, knight g6 is a fork on the rook. If king e8, pawn at f7, king up to e7, knight g6, king takes f7, knight takes h8. Maybe the king drops back and then the knight drops back to g6. So He's given up the queen. Now what's important is when you take this, you have a look what's going on here, because sometimes there's a nasty discovered check with bishop b4. In this case it's not relevant because I have a knight on c7. c3, sorry. Taking the pawn on c7 at the moment. So with queen in hand now, I want to continue using the pressure here. And you can see this is just started by h6, making it the light squares a little bit weaker early, and perhaps black could have played a couple more moves to help cover f7, but it's left the door a little bit open, and I've tried to take it early. So the threat here is pawn at g6, king moves anywhere, and then queen at f7 will mate. So chat in the comments. Lodger is said WTF is 7+0. I mean, it is quite long for those who played it traditionally. There's nothing wrong with a longer time limit. It's still the same game. Just a bit unfamiliar to a lot of players, I would think. Okay, so I've hit the shared lead. Yeah, I think it's actually good that more recently the BitChess events have been switching time controls. It's good to just switch things up, allow people the opportunity to adapt, not just get in the same rhythm, have the same thing. So create something a little bit novel. So yeah, I'm not against the changing of the time controls. Okay, Samuel Haupt 3. So this is actually a regular on my channel, Emog Haupt. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. I'm going to play this perk setup. So yeah, I like this because it's fairly standard for black to begin with, but white has a lot of ways to respond, and I find that naturally gives some variety in the games that arise from this opening. So that's why I like it. Here what I'm thinking is a couple things. H6 is one good thing. I feel like black's got a lot of cover on the light squares, so while the position's still closed, I'm just balancing the coverage on squares. So king h7 is even playable here. But I don't think it's ultimately necessary. Yeah, I'll take it easy with king h8. What I just want to be able to do is adequately defend this pawn on h6 when something like queen d2 comes along. And maybe king h7 is better. Okay, with this square on e5 here, I want to be able to bring the knight in without having it traded off. So going down this path. So I'll be ambitious and grab this. So I basically weakened king a bit and picked up 2 pawns for the piece. Interesting was if white was going to take here and really head down into some sharp territory. I might even sacrifice some material in that case to get some initiative. So look, we've each got nearly 2 minutes here. I want to be careful on the clock. I'm questioning whether I should play e5 or pawn at e5. I'm just going to play pawn at e5. I like that this pawn gives some extra coverage to f6, and since I have a few pawns in hand, I'm going to make use of them. Okay, so there's a lot of pressure on h6 at the moment. So material is completely balanced here, it's just the difference of this king versus this king. Okay. Seeing if there's any useful move in between here. The idea of this is so that when the queen lands on g5 it's not attacked. I'm okay with allowing that. So I'm up a cold piece here, but he's got a little bit of initiative I'll have to figure out. So rook h8 is a good defensive move. 41 seconds left. I'm going to push him out of the way. Pawn at g5 just to keep covering the dark squares. Okay, the race is on now. Just need to defend quickly and accurately. Okay, 29 seconds left. Gotta move. So you're generating some play here. I haven't really dealt with the issues on my king side well enough, and now he's picking up some material. Yeah, I'm not playing well enough on the clock. I need to start attacking, I think. Put myself in trouble here. I don't like how I've played this. Ooh. Yeah, right at the end there, queen at g2, just won it in the time scramble. But no, I thought my opponent played quite well there. I think maybe I haven't defended so accurately by allowing him to have a knight in hand to put on h5. So, yeah, happy to walk away with a win there, but not very convincingly. Okay, math ace. So I'm falling a little bit behind some of the other leaders here. Need to make a move. Okay, so in this opening I've sacrificed a piece, but I've got 2 pawns, and generally white will get a good central pawn mass in the 4 central squares here. So this knight doesn't have anywhere to go at the moment after this d6 move, so a4 is a possibility. This knight coming to d3 may step into f4, where it will have some pressure here. Against something like bishop at g4, I'm thinking f3. So that's what my mind is on in this position. So he's recognised that, and he's given himself an outlet here. Now it's going to give him a pawn. Yeah, I think I want to play c4 now. c4 just helps defend this. And then that allows me to play knight c3, so that's not swapping off a knight that's misplaced, and I can develop this and cover e4 as well. So yeah, so nothing decisive yet for either side. It's basically material in the centre for white with a lot of pawns, and I want to be able to develop my other pieces gradually. So this is a bit of a slow grind. I think it's playable for both sides. So knight h6. I'm going to castle, and the f-file might be useful to me later. What I'm also considering is something with e5. So here's maybe where e5 is applicable. No, I like knight f4. Knight f4 is going to defend h3. Covers h5 as well. And at a later stage e5 and hitting here. So what I just want to do is really consolidate the safety of my king. And when black's not expecting it, open up the position on the dark squares potentially. Alright, so an aggressive move here, g5. I like it. So at this stage I'm going to choose to open up. I can't play knight e6 because it's covered twice. Knight h5 runs into bishop at g4. And while I'm down material already, I'm saying I'm going to bite the bullet and go for this f6 weakness. So yeah, black has a couple extra pieces. We'll see if my evaluation's right or not. And against the likes of rook g8, I can play pawn at g5. So yeah, knight f5 looks natural here. So the question is if I should attack or if I should hit the pieces that are closer to my king. I think I might just be sensible and play something like pawn at g4. Oh, that's not expected. So he's looking to get active with this bishop, I think, or this bishop here. So that's a good move. Okay. I'm going to actually kick these guys. I think the knight can take here, but I'm not keen on the bishop getting opened up either way. Yeah, I might be okay with parting with the queen. No, maybe I'll keep it. If he takes here, that's okay. So I've got a couple pieces in hand. Clocks are running low. I think objectively he's played this well, and I think black is actually better in this position. Yeah, I'm going to hit this bishop. Yeah, he ran out of time, but yeah, I've got bishop at h6. It's still a dynamic position there. Still a lot to play in that game. It would have been nice to play it out. But, yeah, clearly there are enough complications to put pressure on his clock. Alright, I'm a little bit behind the pace, so I'm not turning games around as quickly as the others in the league. So we're about 1 hour 28 minutes in. Got to start making a move. Oh, sorry, rather there's 1 hour 28 to go. I think Carnival's winning games quickly, which is probably because he's got a good, practical, aggressive style. So I've got Carnivore again. Okay, what are we going to play against him? Okay, I can choose between knight d7 or knight e8. I'm going to play knight e8 so that e6 is not playable. Now I'm nearly expecting bishop f7 here because that's naturally one of the most aggressive moves on the board. I'm going to allow pawn f7. If he plays it, I'm going to capture it. He may play e6, he may play pawn f7, e6 it is, so I'm going to have to get this knight out of the way. So pawn at f7 isn't winning a piece. Knight e6. So yeah, I don't mind taking a few hits on the king side. This is something I feel I can recover from. I now have a slight material advantage of just one pawn. So bishop h6. I don't want to take that because knight e6 is mating me. So we'll just drop back to g8. So already what I'm thinking here is how I can patch up these squares and then start taking advantage of my material. So here bishop at f5 just to cover e6 again. You can also play pawn at f7, but then he's going to take it and then play pawn at e6. So this way he can't do that. If he plays g4, then pawn at g2 is strong. Okay, so he's developing another piece. So at this point in time, I'm going to kick the knight. So when you're working out how to defend or consolidate, one of the best things to do is just look at the pieces that are in your half, and that's the place you start hitting. So h6 is now a weakness I need to cover. d5 is something I want to hit. I'm just going to play sensibly and cover this, create some more here, and now I'm patching up e6 as well. So plenty of defense, and I'm just, rather than try to attack him, I'm just going to play against his aggressive pieces. So these are the most aggressive pieces firing down this way. So I'm going to try to neutralize those. Yeah, I'm still just gonna play a very simple game. Yeah, bishop at g5 is also possible. So yeah, here bishop at e5, maybe. Yeah, bishop at e5 is sensible. So yeah, I'm taking a bit too much time here. Now knight at e2 is the one I want. That's going to allow me to capture the queen, so I'm going to try to remove this defender. Now I'm not going to play it immediately. I've decided to take this one first. Okay, I'm just in danger of losing on time and nothing else here, so I need to start moving. So let's make use of this powerful bishop now. And file is open here. So yeah, now it's my turn to attack. So I've basically held all my pieces in decent positions. Push back his attack and then just gradually push my attack forward. And then doing it that way means that it doesn't give him a chance to get back into the game by, gaining material and keeping his attack going. So a bit of a slow strategical game there. Happy to win that one. Okay, Fran Villegas. Okay, I should try to put in a quick win here. Okay, I'm looking at this g6 weakness already. D takes e5 was also playable. I'm just getting in on f7 quickly, playing a little bit practically to try to bag a win. Bag a win a little bit quicker. So I'm hitting this knight. If the knight moves, the queen can get active here. I'll be recovering the piece I'm sacrificing. So in goes queen. Alright, he should have taken this pawn that survived longer. This will be mated in 2 moves. Okay, Opperwesen took a hit as well, so who got Opperwesen? Caspi wins. Alright, my turn up against Caspi wins. So yeah, Caspi wins is another strong player from Fix. He tends to give me some troubles each week. A good solid player. Okay, here I've got a bit of a trick, but he's seen it. I was looking for a weakness on the f4, e3. Okay, I found my trick. So I want to play bishop at e3. I expect he might try to take d5 to preserve his material. Now, the question is if whether that actually works. Because pawn at e2 is at the end of it. And he'll also have the same, but I'm getting it first. So let's see if there's a mating combination here. I like knight at e2 first. If he comes here and I take the knight and I'm threatening to mate him with queen at g1, rook takes knight f2. If the king comes to f2, bishop at h4 wins because I just grab his only last piece of counter-attack potential and now basically won the queen for nothing, so that's why he's resigned. So a little bit of a sharp opening tactic where I was trying to just win a pawn and he tried to hold up against me. Okay, atrophy. We'll play e4, e5. Okay. Against atrophy, I want to be watching the clock most carefully. This is a new move I'm not familiar with, b3. Okay, I'm going to grab this pawn. So yeah, I'm not sure what he's doing with b3. I expect him to play bishop b2 rather than castle. Okay, he can grab this. Is bishop g4 correct here? Yeah, I think bishop g4. I'm just going to keep pushing aggressively. I've got one extra pawn. And rather than go into defensive mode, you could play something like pawn at f6, is also quite reasonable, but I'm just going to force the issue. I'm now threatening takes knight at d4. I don't really have any weaknesses here, so yeah, this is on takes here. Maybe pawn at f6 is warranted here. If I castle, he takes the knight, takes, captures the bishop. Now, do I have anything with pawn at g3? Got a whole lot of ideas I'm trying to work through here. No, I'll just be sensible. Okay, with his G3 weakness, I want to capture. I want to get aggressive. So knight at d1 just because it hits this bishop as well. You could play knight at e4. Okay, he's given up the queen. So I need to attack quickly here. Pawn at g3 looks right. He can't take it because of queen at f4. I think that's now mating, because anywhere else his king moves, queen at f2 will mate. So yeah, glad I picked up pawn at g3. That was a good little sharp finish. Otherwise I'd have a long grind battling through his minor pieces. And so I've hit the lead. Playing well so far, I haven't dropped a game. It looks like 12 teams joined, Master Tan's also joined. They must be just a little bit further down the pack. They'll catch up fairly quickly. Okay, Pure Essence. Very aggressive player. So I actually want to play aggressively on him first if I can. No, he's going to go for his knight g5 thing. Yeah, I'll play knight d4. He's going to attack. And I'm just going to have to take it head on. Yeah, that's okay. So he's got these knight at g5 ideas. Yeah, I'm going to allow that. I'm going to move my king to e8. So bishop at g8 is good, covers both d5 and f7. Okay, he's not concerned about losing something on d5, it seems. So it sort of opens up queen g5, so he might have to play pawn f7. Okay, so a lot of materials just come off. I need to patch up e6. So I'm going to be defending for a fair portion of the game from here. I have decent balance on material. I basically have 2 pieces for a rook. The pawns are clear. After he takes, I'm going to play knight at e2 potentially. That's to stop bishop at g4 from being repeated. Oh. Yeah, I just got to take it. If I fall back and get too passive, he'll actually be succeeding by bluffing me in the position, and then it won't be as good. So look, he's only got knights and rooks in hand, so he can't penetrate me with knights or rooks. So my king's actually safe sitting here. What I need to do is get into his position. So knight at g5 is a check, yeah. Probably better ignored. I should just keep attacking him. If knight at g5, I'll back away. The knight also covers e6. So, yeah, my king's going to be dancing around a bit for the rest of the game, but main concern is actually time. This should be better for black already. We just have to play it out. Yeah, I'm going to give a queen back here. If he plays rook g7, I feel like he's getting safe again, because this knight starts covering here, the rook covers the back. So I'm actually opting to give a queen back. The queen actually covers e6 and f7 quite well. It makes it harder for him to attack, but also harder for him to defend, because now queen takes g5 is a threat, and after knight g5, bishop g2. So this is good. A few interesting tactical and strategical plays. I'm going to capture this now. So threatening queen g2 mate. If he takes, bishop g2, king g1, rook at h1, or knight. Oh no, knight h3 won't work. It's rook at h1 is the mate. I'm not concerned about queen f7. I can just block that with bishop at e7. So the material advantage is starting to become significant now. Yeah, this should be taken. Oh, there's queen at h3 mating. Queen at h3, bishop g2, yeah. Yeah, queen at h3. If he takes it, bishop at g2 mates. Not as obvious, but rook at h3 is the key move. And then rook h1. So a little bit of finesse at the end there. He could have defended with queen at h2, but I think I can probably just capture it. And then either if knight h2 was losing to bishop g2, king h2 is probably struggling against knight at g4. Yeah, so he's probably mated by then. The material advantage was too large. Okay, Caspi wins again. So I'm not sure if Caspi wins is an IM, but what I find is against the strong chess players, you aren't going to win out on the tactics. So I have to play quite a sharp game in terms of the trickery and what's available in Crazyhouse in order to make an impact. Now, because he's already pushed his queenside pawns, I'm going to castle this side, and I'd really like a pawn for h6. So look, I'm going to play slow. I'm going to bring my rooks across in preparation of all the pieces getting traded off. I reroute the knight to h3 because g5 is now where I want this knight to be. Okay, now I've got a bit of pressure here. Yeah, that's fine. So d5 is going to close things up temporarily. There's a check here I've got to be aware of if he gets a knight. So this is just to have a bit of extra cover on g3. Interesting. I'll be sensible and back off. I'm cautious about time here. He's playing a lot quicker than I am, so I need to motor. Interesting position. We'll consolidate this. Bishop g5 is a possibility in the near future. At the moment it's just blocked by bishop f6. Never seen a position like this before. Okay. It's decided it's time to attack. Let's go for it. I'm looking for weaknesses to hit here. Alright, I've just got to play. I'm going to run out of time, so I'm going to lose this one if I don't start moving now. So hitting this rook. And this is where it's good having this setup already here, the knight already covering g3. It's really, avoiding things like bishop h2, which could spark an attack with knight at g3. So all of the prophylaxis defense on the king side means when the action opens up here, I'm better prepared. Okay. I need to hit f6 again. Although h7 was also not bad. Let's go h7. Ooh, treading dangerously. Very sharp. Alright, let's go for it. So hitting these two pawns. Lots of trickery to look out for here. So I've got 14 seconds left. Try to find the win. Oh dear, he's slipping away. Oh no, he's not. I might have him. Yes, okay. I've got queen at a7, mate, to finish. Oof, very sharp game at the end there. Happy to win that in the time scramble. So getting some solid results on the board here. Now at 51. Well, Carnival took a hit. He came up against a string of strong players and he lost to them all. Carnival's won one of these events very convincingly before, so I thought he might push on. Okay, 12-teen's rising up as well. So 12-teen is cheesy bread from Fix. Definitely a name to look out for. Master Tan, okay. Master Tan and 12-teen would be two of my most difficult opponents to face at the moment. Alright, so against Master Tan I've played down a passive line as white, playing c3 and knight d2 instead of the regular knight c3. Both of us know these lines very well, so I'm just trying to create something a little different. That's the idea here. And both of us are just going to have to play. There's no way around this. So Queen b3 to generate some potential against f7 in the future. And thus this knight becoming useful defending f3. It also prevents bishop e6 because then I can take here. Alright, Queen e8. So I don't want to play b5 just now because of knight a5. That kind of forks my potential here. Would love to put a pawn on f6. Yeah, knight a5 is a little bit annoying at the moment. So, how do I get creative here? Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to sack my queen on b6 and play against the king side. So the idea is if he recaptures this, I'll have a fork here. This may not be good for white from a theoretical point of view. It is a little bit practical. Yeah, I'm just in his dark square, and you know, if rook g8, take, bishop at f6. It'd be interesting if he plays king takes g7. That's potentially one of the sharper moves here. But okay, in taking this bishop as well, I relieve the pressure off here. So I'm basically trying to get more attack on him before he rolls on me. Now, yeah, should I take that? I've got to look out for bishop h3. This is the one I need to take. And now he's going to make me try to consume my pieces. So I'm going to play pawn at g4 first to kick him back. And if he moves back, I feel like black is going to struggle to generate an attack. No, he's going to capture this way. So we'll hit here, and then I was looking at knight b6 at the end of all this to grab a bit more material. So you could be trying to play something like pawn at f4 and just really come into my dark squares. Okay, very interesting position here. I'll grab this guy. So my mind is on something like bishop at h4 maybe, covering g3 and f6. But pawn at g5 doesn't really help me. Yeah, diagonal pieces, that's a problem. Alright, pawn at g3 is coming, I sense. I'm going to be gutsy and capture it. I'm going to bank on this knight giving me enough coverage to prevent mate. So I'm going to run up into here. Oh, he's got another piece in hand though. That could be all the difference. No, we'll stay with it. So rather than go this way, where I'll be mated with bishop at g3, I'm coming this way, where I think I'll be safe. Very sharp here. It's all good. Every move counts now. Knight at f5 I don't want to play yet because of the hole I have here. Right, now knight at f5 is becoming an option. I've got that in. Now I'm just going to cover knight at f2 now. Alright, I can start attacking him. Alright, we've got him. Okay. Winning some tough matches today. Really having to push hard. Meanwhile, Opperwesen is catching up. He's had a couple of wins. Atrophied's on 45. 12-teen still undefeated. He had a late start on the event. Okay, Opperwesen, he's hit the top. Okay, we've got Opperwesen again. Double berserk. Okay. I can take the knight, that's okay. It's yeah, I'm seeing if I can play around it a little bit. What's an alternative? You know what? I'll take it. decide I'll go down this path. So this is playable for black, I think. I think maybe if you really get theoretical on it, perhaps it is better for white. It's an extra piece for a pawn, but it does offer a lot of safety. So from a practical point of view, I think it's fine. So yeah, I think the way I'm trying to play this is extra piece, try to hold on to it, prevent black from generating a big initiative. And I said, wow, what's this? I'm going to capture that. I don't see where this is heading. I think he's thinking of a rook e3 sack, but he doesn't have a pawn in hand, so yeah, I'm not sold on this. If he takes this pawn, I can capture that way. I can also capture this way. So bishop at g3, just giving some coverage to the mate threat. If he takes it, I can recover with knight g3. So I don't think, yeah, he's basically a cold rook down now, and if I can consolidate and develop my pieces, I'll just have a residual advantage at the end of all of this. So the other thing to look out for is knight at a4, which could give him some activity, but right now I've got that c3 pawn covered as well. So I want to be able to push him back. So he's playing this so that if I was to play pawn at f3, he'd capture it and play pawn at d2 and win my queen, and then he'd have something to play for with knight at c4. So this way, okay, he's going to hit here. So bishop here is going to play knight c3 or take this, and then knight takes c3 gives him options. So what if it's either rook e4 or rook g4? Rook g4 he takes here. It's interesting. I think rook takes d4 is sharpest. And if he takes here, I'm just going to take the bishop and accept that he's going to take my queen. If he takes the rook, then bishop c1 really stops his activity, because then there's no knight c3 tricks. Bishop c1 also covers d2, so if knight takes, I can recapture. Yeah, you can still play knight takes. That's an interesting continuation. I think it's the best continuation. I'm expecting pawn at b2. So I'm not going to be attacking him anytime soon. It's all about accurate defense for now. Okay, so if he gets a knight in hand, that's going to be a weakness. So we'll cover that. Alright, I'm just in danger of losing on time here. Not just losing on time, there's a lot for black to play for in the position as well. As now bishop f3 is open. Yeah, he's being very resourceful with the limited attacking potential he has. I need to see if there's a way to counter punch. This is dangerous territory now. Okay. King takes e4, right? No, I think queen takes here. Is the check useful? Alright, let's see if we can find the right continuation. Oh, I don't have enough pieces, that's crazy. What am I doing? I should not have played that move first. I think he's got the better of me here. Oh, queen e2's mate. Oh, it's a big game. He's leading and he's pushed ahead of me. So good game by Upper Wesson there. Like really, really holding on to some initiative. Where I thought, you know, I was a rook up and clearly safe and winning, but he pushed really, really hard and he got a good result. But yeah, didn't like how I finished at the end there. I don't know if yeah, the king on e3, my position's looking dodgy, but knight at h6 was just a waste of a knight. And that ended up helping me getting mated in the end. So, alright, got to pick it up from here. I'm in big trouble because I really felt that if I lost the game, I'd not be able to recover. So we'll see if I can or not. Alright, so I want to trade a pawn early and get in. So I don't mind if a few trades come off. This rook's come in handy defending d6. Yeah, so that's the right play. I can't play pawn at g4 immediately because of bishop at e6. So now I have to spend a couple moves patching up things. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't mind taking this one. I think he's just given me a couple pawns there. Maybe he wanted to get his king safe, but I don't think it was valued at the expense of a couple pawns. Alright, we'll just block off this. So I just want to consolidate this e5 pawn now here. That's where the pressure is developing. The best way to do that is probably just to block off this bishop. I'll drop this. No, it's okay. I can take with the rook. So I don't want knight at e6 to be an option. So let's start hitting this square. Okay. I'll play bishop at a8 first. Keep pressure on. I expect pawn at b7, and after capture, I'll play knight f5. And the difference will be if he wants to hit me on e7, he'll have to play a bishop here. Then I'll actually capture a bishop, and then I'll have a bishop in hand instead of a pawn. So, kind of funny, giving away a bishop here so that I'll actually have a bishop in hand later, potentially. Okay, let's hit the knight. So that's going to open up a few things. He's also hitting h3. So I feel like I'm falling backwards a little bit here. Or I'll defend. Going for the aggressive option. I'm looking at losing another game here. He's just too safe, and my position is not safe enough. I'm really scraping the barrel here. I think he's just outplayed me in the middle game. He's trying to attack me first. He's got me now. Yep, I'm slipping behind. So 2 losses in a row there. That's going to hurt. 37 minutes to go. I suppose better to have 2 losses in a row though than have to work hard for that multiplier again. So, really strong play from Kaspi wins there. Okay, sushi breath. Need to try to come back here. Alright, let's try to get in on these light squares. have an obvious way in just yet. Okay, I'm going to offer a knight here on sacrifice. Possibly even offer my queen. If he plays pawn h3, I'm looking at taking this knight and playing knight at d4. Really just going for a hard hack. Let's go. And I figure the resulting potential on f3 will give me some compensation for this bold queen sack. I think my opponent's looking at bishop takes here. So I need this knight to cover f5. Otherwise, things are going to head south really quick. Okay. Place the queen. Looking at pawn f3. Pawn e2 stronger. So he returned that queen pretty quickly, but I'm not sure if that's the right way to go about it. Okay, yeah, I was looking at knight at h2. I don't think it works. Alright, let's try for some trickery. I'm expecting queen e2, I'm going to play bishop f3. After takes, queen f3, then queen h3 mates. But in a sense, he has to fall for it a little bit. It's not forced mate. But the trick's paid off. Okay, so I can see Danny Walker in the channel. Thanks for your donation, Danny. I saw for the viewers who are familiar with the Cancer Donations tin, I'm offering a donation of, if there's a donation of $20 or more, I'm offering the donator the opportunity to suggest a game for me to analyse on my channel. So Danny Walker's been one of the most recent contributors. Okay, Nashil, we're looking to try to win a quick game here if I can. Alright, Efson's here. Smash has asked a question. He says, "Hey John, when you get a chance, could you walk us through a little on how you evaluate a Crazyhouse position when it isn't just raw tactical calculation?" It's not. I mean, first you check material, but then sometimes the position balances against material. So I'd say I'd check material first. That actually counts for a lot. And then it really comes down to king safety after that. So I look at what's going on around both kings. Okay, so I've gone hard on the light squares here, picked up 2 points per piece. Yeah, I might just hit this one. So it's funny here, I kind of thought I'd get more out of the opening. This is still decent for white, but I thought I'd get a little more than this as well. I'm going to focus on knight at g5. So yeah, I'd say the positional evaluations on Crazyhouse probably take a little longer to develop. There's probably a lot of experience that comes into play there. I think I should have taken this instead of playing d4, so that knight at f7 was a possibility. Yeah, I need to be careful here. Rather than trade off the queens straight away, I do need to be careful of some of the checks they could follow. It's probably still fine, but it's safer just neutralising this. What I was looking at was d takes c5, queen takes, knight at h3 takes, knight at e2, forcing king f1, queen at h1. There were just some checks I wasn't comfortable with. This way there'll be no penetration into my king's side. Okay, so he's defending still. So dark squares where I need to hit. So I think it's going to be very difficult to catch up or Wesen given the time limits. He's played very well, and he suffered in a few games earlier, but he's played very quickly and come back. Alright, I should get in first here. Okay, I'm 20 points behind with only 26 minutes to go, so that's going to be very difficult to catch up. What I want to do though is probably try to secure second place now. Carnivore is also chasing. So if I come up against Carnivore, which I have now, it's going to be a critical match. Alright, I'm expecting him to be aggressive here. Queen e2 is very accurate to cover off this knight e4 check. From here though, I'm going to grab every pawn I can. Rather than allow him to grab a pawn with queen f6 with check, I'm holding on to this pawn. And yeah, you can check me here, that's alright. I'm looking at g3 if that's the best option. I like g3, it just gives me an extra square here. Otherwise I'd run the king to e1 and he had pawn at f2. So here I feel like white's up a piece. And rather than back off and get passive, which would allow black to regain some material, I'm just going to play sharp and try to pick up all the material I can. So he's actually a bit stuck in the mud here where his queen's tied to this knight, but if he goes down this path he's going to lose even more material, so now he's lost another piece. And I'm recapturing with the bishop so that my bishop and knight are both covering light squares. Let's put a new knight on here. I want to cover these guys. So yeah, I'm trying to get something with knight at f6 or knight at d6. I'll play a knight at b5, which hits the bishop but also threatens knight at d6. Also threatens knight c7. So yeah, rather than being too concerned about my king just yet, I'm just, if I actually take my foot off the pedal, I'm going to be worse off, I think. So let's be sharp about it. Capture, I expect pawn g4 and then I should play king g3. Okay, he's taken it. I'm going to grab the queen because that's the most important one. I figure once I have the queen I should be well ahead. So he may have a number of checks here. Should capture this. I may need to step a little carefully. Oh, I didn't see that one. So maybe I've stepped into something. So king f4, knight g2. Now let's actually be careful here. This could be dangerous. King g4, h5, king h3. If I play pawn at g4, take, then rook h4 with mate. So I need to play king f4 first because he can't play here because I can take that. Then knight g2 check, king here. Yeah, king f4. I actually need to play an accurate defensive move here. I think king g4 could actually be mated after h5. Oh, but he's got this discovered check. I didn't see that either. So I'm missing some important points here. Oh dear, I'm in trouble now. Thought I was safe. It's amazingly resourceful he is. No, we'll go king g4 now, because now this knight's not defended. So So if h5, I can't take f5, then d5 will mate me. But can I go this way now? Take. Or run up. If I run up, pawn f6 not possible, pawn h6. Yeah, so I can run up now. Every pawn counts here. So this check's covered. Pawn at h6 is possible. Rook g8, and I can take h5. So what I thought was going to be much simpler. Actually, play king f4 first has helped because it's blocked this off, and so pawn at f6 is no longer a threat. So I mean, incredibly sharp stuff here. And now king h3. Oh no, he still found mate. Amazing. He's got knight h5. That's brilliant. I don't have a response to that. Oh no, I've got bishop h5. I'm okay. Oh my gosh. So now knight f5. I can move here and pawn g4 covers. Wow, I nearly resigned that. I'm glad I didn't. Yeah, amazing game. Amazing game. Alright, I've got the checks now. So. Alright, happy to take that one. Yeah, some really dicey mating nets to dance around. To a point where even I thought I was mated when I wasn't. But yeah, if I had played king g4 instead of king f4, I think I was mated there, and the key point was that forcing black to play e5 blocked off his own bishop. It's probably a game worthwhile more analysis to see where the lines were. Maybe he even had mate at the end. I'm still unsure. Really interesting game. So Smash.com, he said still 23 at king h3 might have been a less scary. No, there was there was definitely a point where if I went for the king h3 option, I was still mated. Okay, we're going down this business again. I'm gonna not be so forceful with this pawn h3 idea this time. So I think I like black's center here. I'm gonna try to make use of that. Let's though try to hit these weaknesses. Yeah, I will go for pawn h3 here. I need more diagonal pieces. Okay, let's play the rook lift. Okay, f5 to prepare e4. I actually want this rook to capture this bishop so it doesn't harass me later on. Okay, he's countering by opening first. So switch your plan, then I'll go for the dark squares instead. Because I don't want to allow this file to open up. Okay. Takes. I think I should take this first. And d4. So I'm going to part with his bishop. I want to make some weaknesses on him first. And I figure I'll be safe enough here if I can keep this diagonal locked down. This knight's also tied to this one at the moment. He might want to capture this first, but then I'll have another piece in hand and this bishop will also be under attack. I also have a pawn here which is a nice asset to guard this light square, which might help with the mating net later on. Oh, okay. I pawn f2 anyway. So knight at d2 is possible. Yeah, we'll go knight d2. So importantly here I've got a knight covering g6. Okay, now I want to play rook at g1. Yep, pretty straightforward. Okay, 12-10. He's made a last run dash at it. Now he's even, so he's winning games very quickly. So I might get paired up against him for our last match. We'll see. So Smash suggested king h3 instead of king takes f3, allowing knight e1 check. There might have been other things to consider as well. You need to have a look at it. I don't know if king h3 is knight at f2 possibly even mating. I'd have to look at the position again. I don't have it all in my head. Okay, so Opelwesen's clearly going to take the event. He's played very well. I was doing quite well to a point where I then lost a couple matches in a row, and that's enough in this long time control event to fall back. So unlike a regular Sicilian, pawn at d6 is a big thorn in black's side. Yeah, I'll just drop the queen back, defend here. Actually, knight at c7 is more correct, because after I win the queen, there's a mate threat on d8. But this is okay as well. Just means he can take it and play pawn at c7 and cover up his weaknesses, and then I'll just drop back to g3. So white's still up a piece and plenty to play for, but yeah, should have played knight at c7, it's more accurate. Smash says, John, queen for 2 pieces comes up a lot in Crazyhouse. When the trade is fair, do you have a preference for playing the queen or the 2 pieces or neither? Absolutely depends on the position again. Yeah, I can play either. It is probably a fair trade. Let's grab this guy. I have the knight covering d1, so I don't mind a queen trade here if he plays rook g8. Yeah, it depends. I mean, there's clearly some cases where the 2 pieces are better, where it's you know, it depends. It depends where the pieces are relative to the kings. In other cases, though, the queen, maybe where it's more open, the queen can mop up some material, and then you can actually get ahead. Sometimes even it's a positional battle. So yeah, I just want to say that, you know, unlike in chess where the queen is definitely more valuable than 2 pieces, in Crazyhouse it's a fair trade. And it's really just because you can place pieces on the board in this game, which counterbalances much of the value that is put on the pieces in chess. Okay, so here White's got an immediate threat of mate on either e7 or d8. Black can't penetrate with the pawn or the bishop because the checks don't go anywhere, and queen at d1 is just losing all the material. From here, if black tries to defend, there should be mate to follow. So pawn at e7, something like knight at d6, probably even mate. So I have to capture knight at c7, king d8, bishop takes e7, and then whichever way the king takes, knight at d5 will be very strong. So if he plays pawn at e7, I'll play knight at d6 straight away. And even against pawn e7, you can just play bishop e7. That's probably even simpler. Just doesn't give away any material, really. In fact, that's probably a bit more sensible. Okay, so while this is going, I'm going to register for the next tournament event, which is normally the Crazyhouse Madness. In this case, instead of just 30 seconds, it's going to be 30 seconds plus 1 second increment. So that's going to change the games considerably. Alright, he's opted to sack his queen here. So yeah, 30 seconds is a short period of time, but with 1 second increment it really takes away the flag potential. So it could be closer to a 1-0 match without really being flagged, in the sense that you just got to keep moving quickly. But yeah, it's a lot harder to flag someone. So look, I don't think I'll get a pairing beyond this one. So I'd like to win this game, and then I'll probably stop my play in this event. And then I'm going to take a toilet break, and then we'll focus on the next one. Okay, so I'm going to play the knight at d6 that I was talking about. So king e7, yep, knight at d5, and then these 2 dark squares. That's all there is to it. King G7 and then another queen on F6 will be made. And Opperwezen shot up to 93, so he's clearly won this convincingly. All right, I'm gonna just take a bathroom break there, so I'll be back shortly. Okay. So I'm actually going to withdraw from this tournament now. Opperwezen's pushed ahead. 12-team looks like he won another game. What we'll do is we'll observe the top match for the next couple minutes, and then we'll get started on the next tournament. Okay, so let's just kibitz on this one a little bit. So Opperwezen started with B4, and he's got this open line. So as you know, as black, I prefer to stick a pawn on E5 and really block that off. That's where things started going wrong already, because there's a fork here. Now, Atrophy's been bold and he's put a knight on A4, trying to win the material back. And sack's been accepted. So basically white here has said, I'm going to sacrifice my queen for some weakness here. Don't know if he's really achieved that though, because this is actually all quite well defended. Now this is also well covered. Now this is a big threat, so yeah, I think Atrophy's played this quite well. Bishop D2, Rook D2, Queen at C1 is a threat to address here. White's had to play Bishop E2 to allow the king to escape. Yeah, I'd prefer black here. Knight F6, black does need to be careful of. Oh, he's allowed it. I think he could be mated. I think Knight F6 mates. If Knight F6, you can't play King H8. Yeah, that's not the right way though. Knight F6 needed to play played immediately after King G7, Bishop at H8 is the key move. Meaning takes or King F8 will lead to mate, and if he ran up, he was getting covered. So black's okay again. Although now Knight at F6, so now Bishop at H8. Yeah, I feel like both players have made some inaccuracies. I'm going to stop that one because the The next tournament's about to begin. I probably won't be berserking any games here because you'll lose your 1 second increment. So let's go, Master 10. Okay, early Knight A4. Late Knight A5. So this doesn't even feel as quick as a 1-0 match, even because of the 1 second increment. It just feels like if you were to fall behind on the clock, it would hurt. I'm going to play Bishop at H5 first to secure this, because I actually feel like I could do a bit of decent commentary with the time that I have. So yeah, this knight's a bit stuck at the moment. Can't go back to F3 because then that opens up Bishop takes H3, and then otherwise it's just losing material. Alright, this allows me to win the queen. So white's in all sorts of trouble here. It's most accurate. I've got a mate somewhere. Feels like pawn at G3 mates. Oh, this is probably simpler. Queen H3 and knight at G4, both mate threats. Very difficult to stop. Okay, we're off. Yeah, Smash said Queen takes G2 check. Yeah, that's probably a bit better. Yeah, I'd rather not berserk and give myself only 15 seconds. I don't think I'm well equipped to do that. Okay, I've never seen Queen B3 this early, so this is new. I'm going to play Rook B8 to cover B7 in advance of the pawn push. So there's some light squares to exploit here. Daniel FHD said, will there be any combo cage against 12-teen? Yeah, potentially, if he's up for it. I actually haven't approached him yet, but yeah, that'd be a fantastic match. If he's open to play, then I'm open to play as well. Okay, Queen at D1 is going to be too hard to stop here. You can play Bishop E2, but Knight at D3 would distract the bishop. Okay, we've got Chicken Crossroad joining Rikastrov. Io Euros is here. Alright, let's also try to win games quickly, so I'll put up a bit of intensity. So against this setup, I like to just keep things simple and pressure that point. My opponent's moving a little bit too slowly though, he's going to have to keep up on the clock. Okay, Pure Essence up the top. We've got Master 10, Math Ace is joining us. Okay, Pure Essence, I'm expecting an aggressive opening. I'm going to play it a little bit defensively. Pretty much setting myself up in preparation for an aggressive player. No surprises here. So I'm allowing him to get what he likes. He's got some attack to play for. We're going to stop knight at f2 here. Yeah, he's losing a lot of material. Yeah, he's struggling a bit to maintain initiative here. Happy to take that. He's got no checks at the back. He's got this one. He can play knight f1. So he's got to watch out for knight h6 now. That's already a mate threat. Okay, that's exactly what he's doing. And now I trap his queen. He's got rook g4, which keeps him in the game. I'm just going to ignore it, because I think the knight on g4 helps him to defend. So yeah, I just got to be careful of the clock now, but with 1 second increment, I've got a lot of time to get him. So the position actually counts so much more now. You can't afford to just give up too much. There's no flag in sight against the stronger players. Okay, early lead. Tatare Deganat, a strong player from Buho 21 originally. He's also been active on Fix. Whoops, why am I berserking? That's crazy. I said I wasn't going to berserk, but I have. So it appears you don't lose half your time, you just lose your right to increment. Alright, well, I better make some moves quickly then, hey? I've just come from the prior tournament where I've been on auto berserk mode and then forgotten where I was. Okay, I don't quite have enough to checkmate my opponent here. Oh, but if it goes this way... Yeah, that mate's now. Whoops, alright. I probably don't want to berserk after that. Maybe it is okay against some of the weaker opposition. Okay. Playing like dead. I haven't played this opponent before. Okay, so I'm happy to take this pawn early. And I prefer to prevent d4 because that helps to suppress white's development, and then pawn at e2 becomes a threat. And then there's knight f3 options as well. So with just that one pawn, things can turn quite quickly. Now I've got to decide which way I want to go. We'll go with the check. And take the queen, because then queen at f1 was looking strong. If he went to h1 instead, then queen at f1 was going to be mating. But this should also be sufficient. I'm just going to cut off the king from running out this way. I could have started checking the king, but it'll actually drive him to safety in that case. Alright, Custody Wigs is doing a few berserks. Master Tan has done it. He's also dropped the game. Alright, let's not rule out the berserk, but honestly, I'm not too comfortable doing it. Whoa, that was a mouse slip, this one. Should make things interesting. Okay, so I'm just a pawn down here. Should a mouse slip, but with active pieces. So let's play on. Okay, taking too long here. We've got to be practical and give up that piece for some safety. Alright, while I need to play fast here, I also need to keep an eye on the material. I can't get too far back on material, or else I will end up just losing the position. It won't be easy to flag the opponent. So yeah, we'll take this rook. I need to watch my own king's safety now. Oh, he did run out of time in the end. Yeah, not a great game there. Started with the mouse slip and then didn't even play that well afterwards. Alright, Bosch Piano and Music is said interesting time control. Also nice to see it's actually daylight over there. He says, I just feel sorry for you getting up at 5 AM on weekends. He says, but I guess I'm not an early person. Yeah, I don't mind waking up early. I'm in a way blessed. I can wake up early or late. Okay, we're just heading down stock standard lines here. So Danny Walker says, I'll give another donation of your berserk. Play left-handed. Play left-handed and win against a 2600 plus. Okay, let's put some pressure here. So Danny Walker, I need to ask you, what's your nickname on Leecheth? Alright, there's some weaknesses on the Black's King, which have to be hit. And we'll do it this way. Okay, 12-10. So 12-10 is certainly one of the toughest opponents I've played in the last decade, without a doubt. He's right up there. Yeah, I'm just looking to develop naturally. And I will need to be careful on the clock against this opponent. Yeah, I'll allow bishop f2 if he wants. He doesn't want. Good move. Okay, I'm in trouble here. I'm going to have to start playing and stop talking. That's nice. Oh, I like pawn at e6 better. I've allowed him to get a vital temper. It's not good. Right, now I get pawn e6. Okay, he's got problems now. Yeah, I just persevered there and tried to keep acting in a position, but he clearly had me out of the opening. He won the queen early. I think, yeah, for the players not used to increment as well, they'll need to adjust to not being lazy and getting into the flag mode, because it just will never come. So you have to play the position. Okay, pure essence. Yeah, he likes to play this knight g5 stuff. I'm going to get him first. So in h5, I'm going to block with the bishop to tempt him to take the bishop there. It's not going for it though. Knight at f2 is too dangerous here. I'm satisfied I should have enough in this position. Alright. Master 10 again. So Danny Walker's noted his name is Plan B. PLANNBEE. It seems like that account only opened recently, so are you not actually a player? You just observe the channel. Am I right there, Danny? There's a lot of pressure here. If Bishop H5, I'll take on E5. Yeah, he might play Knight at H8. Oh, okay, that's interesting. This G6 hole is too much. There's now a mate threat, Knight at G6, and then capturing the rook. Yeah, I'll just... Whoa, nearly mouse slipped pretty badly there. Yeah, there's a mate. I'm not settling for taking the queen, I'm going to play the mate. If he didn't do that, then pawn at G6, rook at H7 is going to mate. So Danny Walker says, John, we'd make a great team. New Zealand and USA united, hey? What he means by that is he's actually Canadian and I'm actually Australian. But I called him an American in a comment. Alright, in this position I'm sacking on F7 to open up this file. I get 2 pawns for the piece and probably more to come because I get this. So I feel like White's got a good position here because White's got an extra pawn and he's hitting the dark squares and Black isn't. So I already feel like there's a slight edge for White. Smash says beautiful game against 12 team, but yeah, I'll be honest, I don't think that's too beautiful. I think I got away with a very lost position, pretty much. Okay, let's finish this off. Okay, just smooth sailing for now. We're only 25 minutes in there. There's a long way to go. But yeah, I just need to stay focused on the position, keep up a decent pace. Okay, Master 10 again. Right, so we got an early D4 here. It gets an interesting open position normally, a little bit like this. So I want to use the G file for my rook. I think I'm going to have to part with that knight. And you know, I think Master 10's good enough that just even this one pawn could be enough advantage for him to pull a win. He's declined it though. So, yeah, should just develop. I'm going to bring the rook here. Cover c7 with a bit more. So he's going to try to use that extra pawn and win from there, which he's very capable of doing. I've got a bit of play on g2. Maybe I should have taken it with the knight. Oh, there's some nasty stuff here. Knight at g7 is very dangerous. I need to make room for my king and also cut off bishop f7. What's going on here? I'm in big trouble. I need to... Queen f7 looks like it should finish me. Yeah, I think that's all over. Nicely played. So yeah, I think allowing pawn at d4 was probably too much. Giving up the pawn was probably okay at the start, but I needed to play bishop takes c3, so I didn't lose a whole piece cold. Okay, my unbeaten rush has been broken. Let's get back up there. So again, I'm just doing a bit of a slower strategy, bringing the rooks across first, so I'm well prepared on the king side for when things open up later. So I'm going to hit this pawn on e5, it's being defended. So in taking this, it opens up this diagonal, but it also allows f5 for the knight. I don't mind if this gets captured. I just want to build potential on e3. So interesting position here. Now f4 is a point to penetrate. Because he's offered the knight, I'll capture that instead. And then bishop at f2 will grab g3. And then now I've got some holes in his position I can hit. I'm still safe at home. Just very gradual progression in this game. I don't have a mate here just yet, so I'm going to grab some material to help me do that. Yes. So I have mate now with that extra pawn. So knight at f2 was a finish there. 12-10 shot to the lead. So yeah, 12-10 and Master 10 I would say are the two guys that are going to give me the most trouble in this event. 12-10, Master 10, all you need is luck. Those three names are some of the names I regard the highest as tough opposition. Okay. Oh, I allowed a bit too much here. Oh, this is interesting. Feels like I've seen this before from a different point of view. Knight at h3 maybe. Got to dance accurately here to avoid the mates. Knight at f2. Whoops, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, no, I'm in big trouble now. Oh, I think that might get mated though. He's not left his. Let's try to finish this accurately. I don't think I have a mate, so I have to settle for taking this. And knight at f6 is a dangerous check here. He's covered that one off. I probably had a mate somewhere else. Queen h4 and knight at g5 are coming. So you let the cat out of the bag a little bit there by playing knight f2. I think you had some better options. This has made it in one now. Oof. Getting out of a sharp struggle there. Hercules says that Jan, back-to-back events is hardcore. Did you have to build up your stamina, or are you a natural? I'd say in my younger days, no, it'd be natural energy. In my older age, I just need to sleep. So I actually slept early last night. Yeah, that's my answer to that one. Definitely tougher in older age. Oh, I'm just losing a whole lot of time from lag here. So Master Tan's a very good strategic player. See, here he's actually just he's giving himself an extra pawn to do things with. It's a very subtle thing, but it can make a difference. I'm going to reroute this. I'm going to play b3 so he can't take this pawn. And then we'll bring this knight out here. So he's going to try to strategically get me. I'm going to try to get him on the dark squares when he's not looking. But when he's not looking is something that's not often. Okay, so bishop at c5. We've got what I want now. If he captures here, I have queen at d6 to grab a knight at the end of it. I'm just going to be aggressive and hit with pawn at d6. So I'm going to capture this. I want to take d7. He's not allowed it, so I have to defend e2. And he'll continue playing quickly all the way to the end. Yeah, I've got to be careful here. I could get myself in the dodge. Hitting here. It's a threat and mate. He's not making life easy for me. I'm running short of time here. Got a motor. Oh, now I'm losing here. This is not good at all. I've let him get back into the match. Absolute collapse. Very disappointed with that. I have to resign. Very disappointed with that. I had a very clean winning position and just went off the boil. So well played to Master 10 there. And that's just the difference. I mean, at a certain point in time, I think my brain just went into 1-0 mode and just went, oh yeah, we can win on time if we don't win the position. And if you slip into that mindset, you'll fall backwards. Okay, chicken crossroad. Gonna cover this guy. Now if he takes d6, I'll recapture with a knight because it hits here. Because he'll be wanting to play point g5. I'll just pick up. I won't open things up yet. I want to develop here first. Right, now I'll open things up. So this is a defender of a2, and this will help deliver mate now. Okay, clean win there. But yeah, falling behind 12-10 now because I've lost the multiplier by losing it at Master 10. Hercules says answered like a parent to my prior response. Rainer IG says, "Is there a Mickey Mouse?" Yes. If you look on my side, you will see a Mickey Mouse that belongs to my daughter. She's 3 years old, and she just talks a lot at the moment, which is good fun. Okay, I want to defend this knight. He's going to play knight h5 though, it's a bit annoying. I want to play pawn e2. Pawn e4, sorry. Okay, so no threats are on. You should play king h1 here. That's accurate. I need to defend against queen at d8, and I want to capture this knight if he takes my rook. Okay, multipliers back on. Need to push. 12-10. Yeah, I'm losing a lot of time from the lag. So okay, we're heading down this similar line. And I feel like white should be a little bit better being up. being up a pawn. I just don't seem to consolidate in the right way. Okay, so he's going for the attack here. It's a knight f3 could be coming in. Yeah, I'm going to have some problems here. He's playing very well. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. He's got me this game. Yep. Too strong. I don't know if allowing bishop takes h2 is right there. I just don't think I've figured out what to do in that opening line just yet. I mean, white should be a pawn up, but he does very well with the activity. So yeah, taking too many setbacks on my multiplier at the moment. Okay, we'll get straight into the white king here. Very blunt pawn at h3 attack. Queen g5. So can I play king f8? Takes. No, looks a bit too dangerous. I'll have to settle for this. I don't mind that. My concern was queen at g5 gave him a lot of safety. This, however, gives me some opportunity. So knight at f4 is the one I'm looking for now. He's not letting me have the mate. I need to move. Alright. I'll let things slip a little bit. Okay, let's just focus on moving quickly. Okay, we've got mate now. Okay, 12-10 again. We might try something different. Right, I'm getting a mate threat on my king now. Oh dear, things are heading downhill fast. Yeah, you got me there. Now, I think I'm allowing too much with Queen H4, so not really playing my best game, and he's really just tearing me to shreds, 12-10. If you're not playing your best game against these guys like 12-10 and Chicken Crossroad and Master 10, they will absolutely tear you up. Okay, Carnival. He's come back. That'll be tricky. I've got Queen E5 and Queen C7. Yeah, knight at F3 is accurate. It's a good move. I don't really have an answer to that one. Yeah, I've maybe gone a little bit wrong here. Alright, let's keep moving. Alright, it's all happening here. He ran out of time in the end, but yeah, I'm surprised I pulled a win. I was in trouble from early on. Okay, let's just play. I'm not being aggressive enough. There's nearly a little bit of a need to be reckless with the play. So pawn at d6, pawn at f6, they're obvious weaknesses to hit. Wow, look at 12-10 go, just smashing through the field. Alright, another tough opponent, Master 10. So he's having a go at the fianchetto here. Let's see what he comes up with. I'm happy to get the trades in and play pawn h6, so I'm not sure a queen trade favours him here. Bishop f8's dangerous, knight at e7. Yeah, let's just be aggressive. So I want knight at d5. Trading the knight first means that this is now pinned. So that's a big part of getting into black's position here. Things shouldn't fall apart. Maybe bishop f6 was stronger, but I'm already picking up a piece now. If there's a check, I'm going to move king h1 just to avoid it. Okay. There should be mate here. I don't quite see it just yet. Maybe I've chased this king to safety a little. Alright, Math Ace also playing quite well today. Lots of strong players. I mean, the top 7 here are well-known names. Carnivore again. I'll play this fianchetto system against him. Just going to be bold and try to take everything. Alright, I'll need to cover h7. You can take that though. I can't block with a pawn or else pawn at e6 mates me. So now I need to run. So look, I think he's got what he wants here. This is a bit unfortunate. I'm going to take this one and play rook d5. So I've got a really weird position, but he's got plenty of an initiative to snuff out here. This isn't going to be an easy game by any means. So So I'm looking for knight f3 potentially, get a bit of my own attack going. He's allowed me back in the game. Knight e4 is critical here. Let's use the old knight. Got the queen. Yeah, there's no threats on my king, so. Right, we've got mate now. Right, happy with how I played that after my king got in trouble and my whole king side got cleaned up. But I found safety on c7. Oh, don't know if anyone's going to be able to catch 12-10. He's just on fire today. Okay, Jokido. It's normally white that gets to play this opening trick, so it's a bit unusual seeing it with black. But this a4 move has just set white back by a tempo. So Danny Walker, yeah, you didn't answer my question. Are you actually a Crazyhouse player, or do you just watch the channel? And I asked the question only because the Plan B account only seems to have been opened very recently. So Mathas and I already played a similar game to this earlier today. I'm just activating this. And then he's committed the bishop. I'll play knight f4. Right, now I just need to avoid rook at h1 and knight at h3. They're the two main mating threats that will undo white. I'll be sensible, I'll do it this way. I'm just going to prevent rook at f1. And then queen c7, take the knight. their ways of progress. Knight at d6. Should have knights somewhere here. Carnivore. Oh, he's come out of the blocks very quickly this game. He's looking to make time. Alright. Yeah, so black in trouble here. Not much on white's king. Rook at f8 a threat. Geez, having some lag issues today. Oh, someone finally took a game from 12-team. Oh, Chicken Crossroad. It'd have to be someone like Chicken Crossroad or Master Tan. The caliber's so high the way that 12-team's playing at the moment. Okay, Innocuo. Okay, so I've taken up a bit of a passive position as black here, but picked up a piece for a pawn. Yeah, I'll be looking to extend it. If pawn g7, I don't mind. I'm just going to grab this, and that fixes up my king side. So now I'm just a couple pawns in hand to do things with. Can build some pressure here. It's fairly comfortable. I'll take this. Knight at c2 is where I'm looking now. I'll just thread and mate with pawn f2. This knight might be useful here, so I'll preserve it. I'll take the queen with check. Knight in hand's always going to be good. Okay. Alright, chicken. So we're dealing with the big guys here. Alright, getting a bit gutsy here. Knight h4's coming. King h3 maybe? Yeah, I'll go up. To make myself room here. There are safer ways of living against someone like Chicken Crossroad. This is probably one of the most dangerous ways to do it. Yeah, this is really sharp. Not sure why I'm doing this to myself. Oh dear, that's gonna hurt. That wasn't part of the plan. Nah, now bishop e2 is very strong. Okay, might have an outlet here. What's going on? Oh, can't believe I won that game. Very, very sharp there. Yeah, don't go running your king up to h3 and h4 against Chicken Crossroad. Just making life hard here, so. Okay, Mathos. No, I need to patch up my king. Oh, maybe knight g8 was correct actually. I need to get rid of this guy. How best to do that? It's causing me some problems here. Alright, just need to cover up my light squares now. It's not an easy position for black to navigate, but also not the easiest position for white to attack. So I've got e6 well covered now. Oh, that's a free bishop. Happy to take that. Got my queen, that's a problem. I was going to grab his bishop on h6 to avoid getting mated. Okay, good cat Calibra. Oh jeez. Yeah, that's a bit poor. My opponent just resigned on move 1 there. Should keep going. Okay, Sam Lloyd here. tempted to take this way. I don't think it's worth it. Uh-oh, this piece is hanging after knight f5. I can't allow that, I have to defend it. So I made an inaccuracy here. That probably stands a little bit better. Capture this one. Okay. Gotta keep moving. I need to make some mate threats happen pretty quickly, get this queen out. I'm going to try to cut the king off this back rank. Alright, 12-10, lost a couple of matches, so... Oh, maybe his connection dropped out or something. He mentioned that. Not sure what happened here. I don't know, he played a couple, he just had a loss of focus maybe. Okay, Taro de Ganat. Now Chotaro de Ganat, I like his style, he's a good player. We've got connection issues again. I wonder if it's because of the marathon event which is happening. There's a 24-hour chess marathon on the server as well. Might be taking up a lot of the processing resource. Okay, so the two of us would have played this line a few times. I want to target these pawns, their potential weaknesses. I'm just ignoring it and hitting this one. Yeah, I'll defend against it. So I'll put another attacker here. Alright, now he's attacked e6, but the point is, after knight takes, my knight defends e6 as well. So I pick up a free piece here. I think he's missed that point. Pick up that pawn as well. I'm not too concerned about h7 falling. I didn't see this though. Okay, I'm now just down on time. So maybe there was some reason to be concerned. And from here, just got to pick up the pace. Yeah, he's losing a few pieces though. Just cover off 95. Keep covering it. Go find my way in. Okay. So still 25 behind, 25 points behind 12 team. Now Math Ace. I'm not minding the positions I'm getting against him when I'm playing this line, so I'll continue unless he wants to change, which he has. D4. That's a good move. Now E4's hanging. I've allowed him too much. I'm just going to castle. Not sure if that's right. I think he could be getting in first. No, that has to be taken. Yeah, I don't want to trade queens anymore. Oh, yuck. Okay, I'm gonna have to play quick to get out of dodge here. Alright. Pulled a win out of there, out of nowhere. Pretty happy with that. Okay. So C2 is definitely the point I'm looking for. Be happy to trade off a knight. Alright, chicken again. Okay, I think he's comfortable with this opening. Yeah, not coming out. Let's play H3. It's all positional here. Ah, I've let this chop. That's not ideal. Yeah, I'm down a pawn here. I don't know if that's the right move though, because now this knight's struggling to find a square. And I've got two knights covering g3. I've just got to cover g3, that's my hole. I've got safety here, so let's keep h2 safe. Keep g1 safe. I don't think this leads anywhere. Right. Do I have mate? I don't think I do. I need to move. Oh, I'm just running out of time now. Yeah, and I lagged out at the end. That didn't help me. I should have just kept moving. I thought too much in a position that was good for me. If you lose focus, that's what's going to happen. Okay, link. Oh, I can hear footsteps. Hey, who's that? Alright, guys. Bella, hey, come here. You woke up. Say hi to everyone. Hi, it's Bella. Hi. Alright. What's Daddy playing? You know what this is? Alright. Let's see if we can play the next half hour with a 3-year-old in my lap. We've done this before. Whoops, mouse flipping already. Oh, I should have just taken this perhaps. Where's Mummy? Mummy's still sleeping. Do you want to sleep next to Mummy? No? You're not tired? Yeah, you slept by yourself. Okay, this knight has to guard g2. Can't stray from that position. Just being greedy and picking up a few extra pieces. Yeah, I can afford to allow Queen F3. So at this stage I'm just restricting Black's access to diagonal moving pieces. Right, just found some. I've got to defend then. Okay. We'll counter attack here. Okay. So, do you want to move the mouse with Daddy? Oh, we've got 12 team. There you go. Let's play against this one. Okay, so 12 team likes an active game, so he's going to develop all his pieces to natural squares. And I'm going to try to set up a fortress. Now I'll bring it back to E2. So here I'm just encouraging pawn at F7 to restrict his mobility on F2. Alright, I'm just running short on time now, so let's go. Let's move. Bishop H5 is worth hitting. Do you want to get down? Or do you want to sit? You want to sit? Okay. Oh, my connection's gone again, is it? No, maybe his connection went. No, but I was happy there. I had an extra pawn or so, and I was going to look at grinding in long term. Let's go move here. You okay, Belt? Oh, you're wriggling. Okay. Hang on, Daddy doesn't have much time. Can you sit still for a bit? You alright? Hold on. Just hold on a sec. Hold on, Belle. Uh-oh, Daddy's in trouble now. We've allowed too much. No, got outplayed there. Too good from Carnival. You okay? You want to hold you? Let's not be on the wire. We need the wire so we can talk to people. Okay, Jokido. You okay, Belle? Do you want to get down? It's covering f7. And I want to cover it some more with a bishop on g4 into h5. Okay, this knight's hanging. What's wrong, Belle? Okay. You tired? Do you want something? Hey? What's that? What's that? You want this one? No? Okay. Yeah, it's got a bit ripped. Yeah, it's broken. You want to get down? Okay, you can get down. You can get down. Do you want the iPad? Do you want to bring the iPad? No? What do you want to get? Which one? Do you want this ring? What do you want? What's that? The chippies? Which one do you want? You want chippies? You just woke up. Alright. There you go. Should I eat on the couch? Alright. A little bit of irresponsible parent. A little bit of irresponsible parenting. What's wrong? That's okay. That's okay. Alright. Let's go. Go for it. Cover G6. Yep. Thanks, Bob. What's wrong? What's wrong? Do you need to go to the toilet? Alright, we'll have to go to toilet break just in a second. My daughter needs to go to the toilet. Hang on, Bill. Can you go first? I'm coming soon. Come on, go to the bathroom, Bill. Oh. It's okay, Belle. Oh no, this is a problem. Shh. No. No. Alright, guys, I'll be right back. I need to help out with a child issue. Hey guys, sorry I'm back. Alright, probably lost a bit of ground there. Okay, let's try to catch a chicken at least. I think 12 teams well out of reach now. I'm losing connection again. Yeah, I may lose the game from disconnection. See how it goes. Yep, I lost the game. Okay, we're back up against 12 team. It's playing a good game here. Alright, maybe something like bishop at d5 is better, just a bit more aggressive. Alright, so I'm up a couple pawns here. Just try to make something happen quickly. Excuse me. Oh no, we've got connection issues again. Oh, we're back. So sneaking in knight at e7 here. Let's capture this way. Oh boy, I'm just losing a ton of time from lag. Yeah, okay, this event's starting to become unplayable now. Yeah, even right now I'm lagging, so I could even start a match and not know and retire. I'm actually going to end the stream here because all the players are just losing games from lag. I think it's the server and it's trying to cope with the summer marathon. There's 4,738 players playing one event all at once. I think it's too much for the server to handle. Alright, so it looks like I even timed out. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a day there, guys. Look, thanks for joining the stream. Sorry it's it's been this way, but yeah, I actually have no connection. So yeah, Thibaut has now actually also come in saying, you know, all the servers look like they're running properly, but yeah, clearly we got some capacity issues. I'm going to stop there. It looks like a couple of the other top players have also withdrawn from the event. thanks for joining me this week. Hope it's been interesting for you. Look, I've got only 1 week left to make my target for cancer donations tin. So if you can please contribute to that, that'll be awesome. I'm really close to making a $500 target. Yeah, really appreciate all the support so far, and it's great what the Crazy House community is doing. So until then, I'll see you next time.